My name's Chris Roberts. I'm a 37-year-old pastor from Tucson, Arizona, and I'm going to be the next soul survivor for one reason. I am an authentic chameleon. Authentic because in order to be a pastor, you have to let people see your scars. You have to let people know who you really are in order for them to be able to trust you. I've had that ability my entire life. People often refer to me as being one of the most genuine, authentic people that they've ever met. I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking when I think it. Chameleon, though? That's because all of the different interests that I have play it to a situation where I can fit in any circumstance, where I can find that unique bridge where I relate to literally everybody. Let me give you a couple of examples. First example, I'm an evangelical pastor. Yet, I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. I marched for Ralph Nader in the 2000 presidential debates, and I'm about as liberal as they come. Second thing, right behind me you see my camper. 152 glorious feet where my wife and I have been living for the last year, while we continue to pastor in a church in one of the richest communities in the United States. I myself have been a vegetarian for 18 years. Yet, my father-in-law raises cattle for a living. The two survivors that I'm probably most like, the first one from a while ago is Yule. And the reason is because he was a strategic genius who was able to be physical enough to not get voted out, was smart enough to look and use the idols to his advantage to form great alliances, but even at the end of the game, was able to beat probably one of the best physical threats that Survivor's ever seen. In more modern day Survivor, I'm a lot more like Zeke. He's bonded with Chris over Oklahoma football. He has bonded with Brett over being a gay man. He's bonded with lots of different people over the Nerd Alliance. He's a chameleon. Ultimately, I'm a huge fan. I've seen every episode of Survivor, and most seasons I've seen twice. I know that in order to win, you have to manipulate people, which I have a history of being able to do. Whether it was when I was working in sales at MCI, calling people on Sunday afternoons to get them to switch their long-distance service, or when I was working on my master's degree in theater education at a Christian university, and I put myself through college doing magic and playing poker. Ultimately, I think there's no chance that my name will ever get written down, except for 2 times. First, when you write it down to have me come onto the island. And second, when they write it down to give me $1 million.